If there is ever a time to announce a pretty good catalyst for ticker symbol CLNV, now would be around that time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts for the coming days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a CLNV technicals, raw price action, and statistical thread of analysis on this Hump Day Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, you guys, so yes, we are looking at CLNV here, and the reason why I'm saying that we could if there were any moment to where we can actually launch some type of catalyst, right? I'm talking about company-specific catalyst. It would be around now, as right now we're starting to get some pretty interesting upside signals here on the EMA 3 versus the SMA 14 of the stochastic momentum indicator. Okay, you guys, so that paired with volatility expanding from critical contraction has led to some pretty serious moves to the upside in the past. Okay, so unfortunately, the reason we're just basing like this and then basing and then another level of base and then another level of base is just the lack of interest, right? This is usually around that time where a lot of investors start to get a little fearful, right? So this is why I mentioned that now could be a pretty good time to announce something for CLNV, as there is a very primed setup here for a pretty explosive move to the upside. But unfortunately, without that fundamental metric, without that psychological push, the asset can continue consolidating and it can continue reaccumulating here. Okay, you guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next chart here, because this is that very same that very same falling wedge that we were looking at, a few days ago, last week sometime, right? So this is, we're still following the falling wedge trend, right? And usually these triangles tend to realize at around 65 to 70% to the apex of the triangle, where I can see we did get some nice thrusts to the upside, but the price action immediately rejected it, suggesting that the asset is in fact not ready for a continuation to that upside. Okay, you guys, so as we get closer and closer to the apex of the triangle here, that makes the triangle less and less valid. Okay, you guys, so that's something that we should maybe keep an eye on, right? So now another thing that we should keep a very close eye on here, you guys, is the fact that the bi-daily Gaussian channel, we're actually starting to close candles beneath the very bottom support of that channel on the bi-daily time frame. Okay, this is very dangerous. And we are in fact starting to get that red signal already. Okay, so this is usually suggesting a continuation to the downside. Okay, so as you can see here, we started closing those candles beneath that. We started getting the red, and price action continued to the downside, right? So that's usually what happens when that red area starts to suggest, right? So we have to be very, very, very explicitly careful about this, and also how we proceed. We must watch our risk. Okay, you guys. So now let's look at the 3-day Gaussian channel here. As you can see, the Gaussian channel on the 3-day has effectively failed the mean band and has tested it as a resistance several times on 3-day iterations. So every single candle here that you're getting as a test to that mean band is 3 days long, right? So that is validation that there is a lack of bull interest right now. Okay, you guys, so if this price action were to continue to the downside in the macro scale, then the downside target would be around 252 cents, where the support of this Gaussian channel could be. Okay, but I'm not saying we're going there. I'm just saying that it is a danger that we kind of have to keep an eye on, right? So now looking at the last part of the analysis here, this is the 30-minute RSI, looking at a potential support actually from that SMA 14 and the gravitational zone right down here that could actually send price action to the upside. Okay, and I'm talking about temporary upside because it is the 30-minute. This is immediate short-term time frame. Okay, so now the 4-hour time frame is also in a pretty bullish stance, right? We have an upside pivot on that 14-day simple moving average represented by the pink line, and also the RSI signal sitting within that gravitational zone. Same situation here with the 8-hour time frame. And now as we go into the daily time frame, this is where we're starting to get some of that bearish reaction, right? So this is a slight downside pivot on that SMA 14. We have consolidation alongside that gravitational pull from the bear strength percentile, which could send us to the downside. But there is a lot of consolidation happening in the upper time frames. 3-day and the 5-day are suggesting that it's either there's a floor close by, or we still have to kind of look out for a new floor, right? But these time frames are suggesting kind of an end or near an end to bearish action, right? So please, we have to get some type of fundamental metric here, because this thing is ready and primed for an upside rip here, of which can be pretty substantial. Okay, you guys. So unfortunately, I'm a statistical analyst, right? I actually just say what the charts are saying. There's nothing I can do about the price action, you guys. I'm not even an analyst for the Clear Vision Corporation. I'm not hired by them or nothing. Okay, so I'm just doing this for you guys, as sometimes I realize that there could be some time passing by and we could do another update, right? But it's still doing what it's been doing, guys. It's just consolidation right now. Potential leg to the downside one more time to test the lower sides, right, of about, I would say, 3 cents to the mid twos, right? So we have to be very careful with what we're doing within this asset, okay, you guys? Because notice 1, 2, this is the third one here. Usually after that third one, there could be one more, and 4 and 5 tests are usually the ones that kind of lead to an upside. So this is getting pretty close to something, okay? But I'm just speaking to you in the way the charts move, right? The way I perceive momentum and price action, right? You guys, please remember first and foremost that I am not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Okay, you guys, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well, a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.